thank you for coming to Western Wayne County there. Luncheon from Canton, Michigan. There, I think you probably gained a lot of supporters here today because your presentation was excellent for what we understand is going on. We don't know everything that's going on. But I think you probably got a lot of new teammates out here. What do you do about your city council getting them on the same team?
We thought that with the change in city council, it was going to be an upgrade. And I think the problem that we have more than anything else is we've got just, instead of focusing on those few things that we need to do collectively, everybody's got their own personal agenda. I call them my 9 mini-mayors. Because most of them want to be mayor. And, you know, they come to the table with some things that are so out of touch. And because I may not buy into it or accept it, we have, you know, discord. I do believe that knowing I only need 5 votes to get most things done, in most cases, I would say 80% of the time, I'm able to get to 5 votes. But we've got some people that are very vocal, and there's a small group of people that are not part of city council, but they come to every meeting, and they're very disruptive. And they create an atmosphere that makes people think we don't get along, that we're always fighting, we're always in disagreement, and that's not really the case. I think there's more work that needs to be done between my executive office and city council, and I think that we have to do a better job, no doubt about it. Most of them are worried about getting reelected, and nothing drives a reelection campaign. Nothing drives the re-election process like money. So they'll be coming to business people saying, you know, I want to be campaigning, I need your support, et cetera, et cetera. Kind of watch what they do, how they vote on things that are important to you in the whole region, not just Detroit, in the whole region. Because I think they got to get their mindset that even though we represent the city of Detroit, that's what we were elected to do, it's a bigger issue than that. And so in order for us to make the changes, we got to think bigger, we got to think broader, and we got to think regionalism. And so that's a conversation that I think can be had. And if in fact they're trying to get money from any of you, let them know that it's quid pro quo. That these are the things that are important. You want me to represent you, you want me to help you get re-elected. Here are the things that are important to me. And I think that kind of conversation will go a long way.
Mayor Bing, I grew up in Canton. I recently lived downtown for 3 years. Enjoyed every day I was down there. I recently had to move back to Van Buren because I'm starting a family. But my question to you is, when you reach success, whether it was in professional sports, business, or politics, what did you do to not stay contemporary but keep pushing yourself forward?
I think that's, once again, that's all about competitive growth. And I see one of my good friends out here, Jimmy Thrower, who is on the Water Board Commission, but also is an ex-athlete that's now running his own business and now is giving back to the city of Detroit in a public way. And I think, I don't care who you are or what your background is, you know, competition is what makes all of us better. And you got to continue to want to grow. And change is important. Just because you've had a modicum of success in whatever part of life it was, whether it was sports, whether it's business, politics, whatever, you can't be satisfied. You got to always push for something more. And I look at my friend here, Shane, how he started his business several years ago, really on a shoestring. and what he's been able to do in terms of growing that business. Now it's second generation that's seized the opportunity and the responsibility. And I can tell you, I know the family, they're not satisfied just because of the success that they have. They're going to keep pushing, they're going to keep growing, they're going to get better. And that's what this is all about. You know, anytime that you become satisfied, it's time to give it up altogether. And so the competitive spirit and the ability to continuously want to grow is what drives me. And so I've got work to do. There's some satisfaction of what we've been able to do in Detroit, but we still got a city with a lot of work to do yet.
Thank you for coming today. I'm a pastor of a local church, and my question to you is, one of the biggest industries in the city of Detroit is churches, and probably one of your biggest volunteer bases. Have you been able to, in the 37 months you've been in the office, been able to get together with pastors and say, can you bring your church people here and let's spruce up the city together that way?
This week, I've gone to a couple of affairs put on by churches. One, Unity Worldwide. They've got 600, 800 people in the city of Detroit here for the week as they go through, I think, a cleansing situation, as they go through some strategic planning in terms of what they like to do and all across the world. And I had a chance to meet some of those people, I think it was Monday night. And on yesterday, I went to, they got the convention of Baptist preachers here. And it's another large group of folks from all over the country that are here. Detroit has over 3,000 churches. Some of them are huge, I mean, and some of them are run like a business. And I will tell you that for the most part, one of the encouraging things that I have seen in my 3+ years in office is that a lot of people would suggest that the young people are not involved in the Christian movement, in the faith movement anymore. But one of the things that I've seen in a lot of the churches that I've visited are young people there. And I think that's very, very important. I mean, I grew up in a church in Washington, D.C., and I think part of the reason that I've had some success is because of the faith that's my foundation. And when things go bad, I know that I can go somewhere by myself and kind of sit down and think through it and ask for help and ask for guidance. But I will tell you that a lot of the churches in Detroit, they do volunteer and they do an outstanding job. The job is so daunting that in a lot of cases, people think, oh, you got this initiative and it's once a year. You know, it's a cleanup initiative, for example. How much can you clean up in one day? You know, I mean, the issues that we have to deal with need to be ongoing. And I think, once again, you can't expect volunteers to be out there doing what you ask them to do day in and day out. But it takes more than one day. It'll take more than one church. It'll take more than one minister, one preacher, one rabbi. And we're out talking to them. And I'm pleased that the reception is being accepted. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking Mayor Dave Bing for his presentation today.